My name is Kimberli Castaneda. I was very sick after my first childbirth in 2008. I went in to have my child, and it ended up being an emergency C-section. After the C-section, I felt fine. However, that night I developed a cough. The next day, I still had my cough, which I didn't know anything about what could have been wrong. Again, I was only 22 years old, so I thought it was normal. I was discharged from the hospital, and that's when things got worse. I went home and I couldn't stop coughing to the point where I just couldn't catch my breath. I was crying because I didn't know if it was normal. I was winded. My legs and my whole body started swelling. My legs were so heavy. My family was trying to hold me up to help me walk around. I couldn't even take care of my newborn baby. Somehow, I finally fell asleep that night, and I remember waking up gasping for air, like I had just come back to life, gasping for air, and my husband rushed me to the ER. Once I got to the ER, they took me in immediately. They took me back. When I was breathing, you could hear bubbles. I ended up having, I think it was 40 pounds of fluid in my lungs and in my body and everything. And I was told later that I had went into congestive heart failure. They wouldn't let me see my baby. They said it would raise my blood pressure. They couldn't keep my blood pressure under control. I was on oxygen because I just could not breathe. I ended up, getting out of the hospital on a lot of medication, and I was doing better. I did better. I ended up having another child, and everything went completely as planned. So I honestly thought nothing was wrong. After that first time, I thought I was completely fine. Then I decided to have another child. Me and my husband had another child in 2013. I started off with excess fluid around the baby, and I was doing a lot of swallowing, so I was worried, because of my first pregnancy. Then after I had my baby, I knew something wasn't right. I couldn't lay down flat. I couldn't stop coughing. I went to numerous doctors. They wouldn't do anything. Finally, I went to a walk-in clinic, and he did an x-ray or something of my chest, and he said, there's definitely something there. I saw my cardiologist, and she had me lay down flat, which I hadn't laid down flat since I had the baby. And she told me, you are in congestive heart failure again. And she put me on lots of medicine, and once again I lost about 40 pounds of fluid. I was on lots of medication after that, and I've never really completely felt good again. Chest pain and palpitations and everything, but for the most part, I'm doing pretty good.